Welcome to the Spiritual Principles Made Practical podcast. I'm your host, Scott Friedman, and today it's all about perseverance because the times have been challenging for me. And it's been, my wife's in the hospital, and um, I've had a cold and a cough, and there have been um, times when discouragement has been uh, present, we'll say. And and so it's a matter of, the I have to say over the uh, decades of meditation and everything, the one message I've received in meditation more than any other by a vast amount is don't give up. And so it's like, okay. And so then sometimes I have to ask is like, okay, well, what does not giving up mean? And one of the things that it means is that, continuing with my meditation, continuing with these podcasts. And so I'm doing that. I'm persevering. I'm here. And uh, with regard to this cough that I have, it's always been a case, whether it's depression or cough or any kind of illness, where anything where there's not well-being and peace and joy is because that there's some denial of some negativity and on uh, or that's blocking the acceptance of what's true. And so in this case, I feel like, well, I want to take this opportunity to see if I can um, determine what that denied negativity is so that I can uh, move it from being denied to not being denied and heal it through uh, acceptance. So, but the thing that keeps coming up for me and I have to say it's challenging, is the idea that time is a construct of the mind, and that the more that I'm uh, present, the more that I'm free of the idea of time, and that time is suffering and suffering is time. So that there's just that the idea of time is a false thought, right? So that's it. I'm starting to think of time as a negative thought. And, part of me says, well, this is, uh, there's not a lot of support for that in the quote unquote spiritual community, other than the idea that the present moment is the only moment there is. And in that, there is no time in the present moment. So there is support in the spiritual community. So for that concept of being present, and that part of being present is being free of time. So I think that that's I guess when I cough and when I feel discouraged, it's because I'm not being present, and I'm thinking in terms of time. It's like, oh my goodness, is my wife going to get better and get out of the hospital? How are we going to handle, her recuperation? To what extent, is she going to recuperate or not? And all those kinds of issues are a part and parcel of time. And so I just need to just say, okay, I guess what I need to do for the rest of my day today and the focus of my attention today is to just realize that whenever there's suffering, it's because I'm engaging in time, and that just to accept that that's true, and to just allow it to be to the extent that it is, and understand and accept the fact that um, acceptance is healing. And if I just accept that I'm creating suffering by engaging in time, and part of time is thinking about uh, my wife's health, who I dearly love, and so it's challenging, right? So it's like, well, I said, well, the best thing that I can do is to take care of myself. Well, then, uh, taking care of myself means being present, and being present means not worrying about my wife. And it's like, okay, well, That's a challenge, folks. I mean, we've been married almost, we've been married over 39 years, I mean, I love my wife, what am I going to do, So, but, I need to remember that the best thing I can do for her is to work on myself, and to work on myself means that, being stressed over her health isn't helping me or her, and I just need to be conscious of that. So that's where it is, and I just one more thing I kind of want to share is that I find myself when I do my mantra, it does focus my attention on my breathing, and my breathing does become more conscious. And when my breathing is more conscious, it does become deeper and slower. And so there is there is that as an aspect of uh, being at peace and being present and healing and stuff. And so there's another way that I can uh, be present and potentially, at least hopefully, heal my cough, and which is I believe is the denial of being present. So there we go. I think the cough is a message that says that there's an opportunity to be more present. Here it comes. Yikes. So I offer thought coaching. The first session is free. You can contact me at scottfriedman40@gmail.com, and we'll get to it and do it, and we'll move those thoughts from the unconscious to the conscious and use our freedom and power to choose which thoughts to engage in and which thoughts not to engage in. You can contact me at scottfriedman40@gmail.com for a free introductory session. Uh, my books are available on Amazon. You can find links to them on my website, www.thoughtcoachingbyscott.com. Be present. That's where it's at. All right. Be well.